What's going on, guys? Today I want to make a quick video on how you guys can go ahead and go on Facebook ads, and I'll show you exactly how I go ahead and test these products. And if you get a ton of value from this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my computer. So now that we're in my computer, I want to go ahead and show you guys how I go about and test products that I found using product research methods that I explained in the previous video. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, I would go ahead and check out the $0 to $1,000 per day blueprint and see how I go about and do my product research. And how I do product research is pretty much I have a software that goes ahead and looks for products within my criteria, within categories that I'm interested in. And if you guys are interested in the software, link's going to be in the description down below, and we'll send you 20 winning products from any category or niche that you want every week. If you guys want it, go check it out. I'm not forcing it or promoting it or anything. It's a tool that we use, and if you guys want to use it as well, you're more than welcome to. So let's just get right into how I will go about and test products. So first of all, as many of you know, you would go here and click create. And this is an old account here, so just don't mind it. And how I usually start it is I always click conversion. And I always start with conversions, guys. Even if you have no pixel data whatsoever, this is how I would start it. So let's say you're testing a dog collar, right? I always name it just to make sure, because I do run traffic sometimes or engagement along with a conversion campaign. So this is why naming would be very important, because you're going to have a lot of different campaigns and ad sets, and you want to make sure that you name them right. So right here I go dog collar website conversions, and I know a lot of people have been testing budget optimization. I've only been doing them when I know the interests are working, but you're more than welcome to test this as well. But for now, I would leave it out. Okay, so once you're in this section here, I again always name my ad sets. So instead of the US, I type in tier 1, and what that means is I like to target tier 1 countries, meaning they're the buying countries. And if you go to Google, if you type in tier 1 countries on Google, it'll give you an entire list on what they are. So pretty much what I do is take all of those countries and put them into my location here. And the reason why I do that is because these are the countries that are most likely to purchase, and you don't want to be targeting countries like India or China, because they simply won't be purchasing as much as these tier 1 countries. Sometimes you might get fake traffic from Philippines, or you might get a lot of fraudulent orders from Malaysia. So those are, again, countries that you want to avoid because it's going to give you more problems in the long run. So my suggestion is tier 1, and this is exactly what I do. So if you don't have any pixel data, I would still click on purchase and start testing with purchase. Even if you don't have pixel data, I would recommend you go ahead and click purchase here. So once you move down, like I said, you want to make sure that you have tier 1 countries here. And in default, it might say everyone in this location. I always put it to people who live in this location. And the reason for that is people who are going to be traveling from different countries, let's say someone from China is visiting to the US, or someone from Japan is visiting to the US, right? They're more likely not to purchase, so that's why I say people who live in this location. And you can go again to the tier 1 list that I showed you just on Google, and you can go ahead and start typing them up here. What I would suggest is you go ahead and click browse and click save locations and create a list of tier 1 countries. That way you can just click this and it'll populate all the tier 1 countries for you, so you don't have to do it every time. With regards to age, I would keep it as broad as possible, and the reason for that is because a lot of people might be purchasing for different reasons. For example, we're selling dog collars. Your grandma might be buying a dog collar for you and your dog, or your mom could be buying it, right? Or it could be you purchasing that dog collar for your pet. So you never know the age range, and you can start narrowing it down once you have data, but in the beginning, I would suggest you keep it as broad as possible. And same thing goes as for gender. I would try to keep it all most of the time, unless it's very, very obvious. For example, if it's a legging, then maybe you'll be targeting women, but you never know because her boyfriend might be buying leggings for her, right? So I would just try to keep it all as much as possible and keep it broad. And because we're targeting in so many different countries, for languages, I always type English all because my ads are going to be in English. So I want them to make sure that they understand my video and my ads, which is why I click English all. For detailed targeting, I talk about this in my previous video, again, on the $0 to $1,000 per day blueprint, but you really want to target different categories. So in this example, if we're targeting dog collars, we want people who are in different pockets that we can target, right? So one of them might be pet stores, and the other one might be pet magazines, and the other one might be fan pages of people who love dogs, right? So you want to test those different types of audiences, and once you get data, then you will start to see that one audience is going to be doing better than the others, and that's the kind of audiences then that you want to test further on. So in this case, let's just say you want to target a pet company. So we can just say Petco, and you can see that the potential reach is 7.2, which is pretty good. The range that I usually look for is 1 million to 20 million. Any less than a million is just too small, and any audience above 20 million is just too large. So I try to keep it between 1 to 20 million. That's just what's been working the best for me. And guys, this is going to be default checked. Always uncheck it. You can see how it went from 7 million to 410 million. You definitely don't want this. So I would just uncheck that. For placements, it's going to say automatic placements. I would not recommend that. I would always recommend editing your placements and only targeting Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds. And the reason for that is because it's going to take the most real estate. So you want to be paying for something that has the best chances of you selling, right? And Facebook feeds and Instagram feeds take the most real estate on desktop or on your phone. So people are more likely going to be seeing it and clicking it and maybe even purchasing after. So that's what I would recommend. And let's move down. Daily budget. If you have a low budget, you can start as low as $3 per day. I recommend maybe $5 a day. And if you want data faster, you can even bump that up to $10 a day. It really depends on your budget. I'm just going to keep it at $5 because that's just what I do. And for schedule, I like to run it on midnight. So you can run it, whenever. The date doesn't really matter. You can run it, if you want to run it on Wednesday, run it on Wednesday. But I always run it starting on midnight, so you get that full 24 hours, and your ad set budget is going to be split evenly throughout the day. And a lot of people say, well, what conversion window is the best? I've tested both of them, 7 days click or 1 day view and 1 day click or view. I haven't seen too much of a difference. It's pretty much up to you. I always click 1 day click or view, but it's really up to you. Let me know if 7 day click or 1 day view has been working better for you. If it has, that's awesome. Just let me know in the comments below. Then you will click continue, and in the beginning it might say create ad here, and I don't really recommend that. I actually recommend clicking the hamburger button, go to all tools, and creating your ads under page posts. So let's just go to page posts right here, and once you're in page posts, you would simply click create post, and if it's a video, click on video. If it's a photo, click photo, and if you want to test a carousel, go ahead and test a carousel. I would recommend creating a video. So let's say you make a video, you create your ad copy and have your text over here, upload that video, and I'll show you guys how you can create good videos and create good ad copies maybe in another video, but for time's sake, I'm just gonna skip over that. And once you create a video or an ad or an image ad, you're gonna get a content ID. Copy that content ID and click on use existing post. Make sure the Facebook page is the page that you're advertising on, and just enter the post ID here and click submit. And this should be what it looks like, and just click confirm. So that's how I go ahead and create ad sets and ads. And again, guys, make sure you duplicate that ad set and duplicate it about 5 to 10 times. I would recommend 10 or even more actually. So once you have about 5 to 10 ad sets, you want to go ahead and break it down and see what country's doing well, what age group's doing well, but again, that's for another video. So that was a pretty short video, but I hope you guys got a ton of value from it. Let me know how it works and if this interest targeting has been working for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.